So last satsang's question was this Samanadhikaranam, correct? Hariprasad ji was asking that question. I said there are 4 types of Samanadhikaranam. So I'll quickly review that once again. First Samanadhikaranam is Soyam Devadattaha. That Devadatta, who was my friend so many decades ago, is this Devadatta whom I see right now, and whom I have not seen in such a long time, and he is visiting me. So Yam Devadatta. Saha Devadatta, I am Devadatta. That Devadatta, who was hardly 4 feet tall, is now is 6 feet tall, and he has a beard, and he has this and that, and he has children and grandchildren. That Devadatta, correct? Two different, completely different bodies and everything. Very, you can't make out, okay? And even this friend also had difficulty making out. Very different people. But then both are identical, correct? Yeah, Haraprasad, you had a question? Are we okay continuing? Yeah, so I'm going to continue. That is called Aikya Samanadhikaran. Aikya. Aikya means what? Equality. Equity. Two things are equated. Aikya Saman. Saha, I am. Equated. Okay. Next. Neelam Utpalam. Blue lily. Blue lily. In Sanskrit, the word blue and the word lily will have the same vibhakti, same vachanam. Means it will have the same case and the same gender and the same number also. Okay, Neelam Utpalam. In this case, Napumsakam, neutral gender, Ekavachanam, Prathama Vibhakti. Okay, so Samanadhikaran. Here, blue and lily. Blue is an adjective to lily. So one is a noun, one is an adjective. And so this is called Visheshana Visheshya Samanadhikarana. Visheshya means that which is qualified. Visheshanam means that which is qualifying. The qualifier is called Visheshanam. That which is qualified is called Visheshya, the noun. So Visheshana Visheshya Samanadhikarana. Example, Neelam Utpalam. Any example which has an adjective and a noun. Okay. Shwetaha Ashvaha, white horse. Okay. Okay. Second type of saman. Third one. Third one is what? Upasana Samanadhikaranam. So this is where that this one. Saligramaha Vishnuhu. Saligramaha Vishnuhu. Vishnuhu is all pervasive Vishnu Devata who is a Bhujanga Shai. Okay, he is sleeping on a serpent. Okay, Padmanabha. That Vishnu. I am pointing to whom? I am pointing to this Saligrama. This Saligrama is a small stone. It's a crystal. It's a naturally growing crystal. And that Saligrama, which is shaped in a particular shape, and I say, this stone is Vishnu. This stone is Vishnu. And that's an insult to Vishnu, actually, if you look at it. Okay, you invite Prime Minister, and then you introduce Prime Minister. This man, something you say, very insulting. You don't, first of all, you don't say this man. Okay, so Your Highness, Your Honor, something you have to say, this man, and then do something. So insulting. So Vishnu, you point to this, Vishnu is here, and Vishnu is wondering, wait a minute, I thought I was all pervasive, and this man is saying I'm here. And but we not in the kitchen, not in the bedroom, everywhere, only here, only there. So, but then this is a projection. This is called Upasana Samanadhikaranam. I am projecting, invoking Vishnu on this stone. Therefore, the stone becomes identical to Vishnu. Correct? Upasana Samanadhikaranam. Third type. Fourth type is what? Badhayam Samanadhikaranam. You can write that down if you want. Badha. Badha means negation. An equality born of negation. This is where we gave the example of the rope snake. The snake is a rope. The snake is a rope. If you just the pure English statement, if you take, it will be a confusing and it is an incorrect statement. How can snake be rope? Not possible. But then we say the snake is a rope. Snake is a rope. Means what? Snake is rope. Your identity, the identity is there. Samanadikaranam is there between snake and rope. How can a snake be rope? If you ask, then you have to do what is called badha. You have to do what is, you have to go through the process called negation. You have to negate. And negate means what? Negate means you have to understand. It's all purely cognitive now. It is all yahan par. Bahar mein kuch nahi hai. Poor rope. Rope continues to remain rope. And rope does not know. We are analyzing. We have already spent 2.5 years here on Bhagavad Gita classes talking about rope. And rope doesn't even know he's such a famous guy. And we have made him so famous. And then we have to say, hey, wait a minute. This snake that you are looking at is really not a snake. It's a rope. That's the idea. So that is a rope snake, Rajju Sarpaha. And there what do? You don't have to beat the snake until the snake runs away and then say, therefore it is a rope. No. No beating and all required. Why no beating required? Because there is really no snake there. If a real snake was there, you can do whatever you want. You can get your stick. But no snake is there. A real snake is there. Therefore, a stick is not needed. But still I see a snake. There is a problem. Therefore, badha. You have to do a badha. You have to process it and say, no, there's really not a snake. Really, look at it again. Look again, my dear boy. Look again. What, do you see a snake? Yeah, I see a snake. No. Carefully, calm down. Okay, do some meditation. I'll teach you some pranayama. Okay, yeah. Now look, slowly open your eyes. No, I'm scared. I can't look. No, look. Yeah, it's a snake. The rope is a snake. Correct? So the rope is a snake is an example of badhayam samanadikaranam or badha samanadikaranam. So what are the 4 samanadikaranams? One is aikya samanadikaranam. Another is visheshana vishesha samanadikaranam. Then the third is upasana samanadikaranam. Fourth is badha samanadikaranam or badhayam samanadikaranam. And there may be other words and all that may be used. Haraprasadji mentioned a couple of words that could be synonymous to one of these 4. Okay. Any other questions?
Jay Kumarji.
Yeah.
When you say Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, and then Pralaya, so Srishti, Sthiti, Laya happens same time, right? But Pralaya happens only one time.
Okay. You have to rephrase your question. I did not follow the question.
Okay. I mean, I read somewhere, I do not know where, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya happens all the time. But Pralaya happens only one time.
Okay, good question. So, see, our idea is that the creation is constant. Constant means what? The process of creation and dissolution is constant. The process is constant. You can never say the process stops. Stops means what? It is unmanifest. And stops unmanifest. Because remember, nothing disappears. If you say creation disappears, then you are making a mistake. Scientists will come and tell, what are you talking? Creation disappears. Creation can become manifest and become unmanifest. Everything has become ashes. Ashes has become gas. Possible. Gas has become energy. Possible. All that is, so everything is energy. Nothing is visible. The entire universe is full of energy. Possible. That energy can become mass again. Possible. Correct? Possible. That is how all our food comes from energy only. Surya Devata is there, and then some sodium and potassium, all these things go together, and then photosynthesis, and then you have food. Okay, energy is an important part of this creation, correct? Therefore, so the idea that at some point the creation will end, and then that's it, over, gone. After that, nothing is there. That idea is wrong. It's all right. Some comics and all may say all these things, but that idea is wrong. But then, yeah. So suppose you can ask, oh, after 100 years, 100 Brahma years, after this Brahma's 100 years, he's going to die, we said. He's going to be gone. He's going to be gone, another Brahma will come. Brahma is only a role anyway. And then some of the punyas, if we have done punyas, we may end up becoming Brahmaji. But then we have to give that's a long time. It's very, very, very long time later. You have to say something like, what did we say? 1 day is 1,000, so 4.32 billion years. And then 1 day, 1 day. Then you have to multiply that by 365. Okay, 4.3 times 365 is, let's say, about something like 1.6 etc. a trillion, and then another 100. So let's say something like 200 trillion, something like that, some number, big number. 300 trillion years later, I will become the next Brahmaji. We can say that. We can say that it's possible because it's a long time and you can get a lot of punya by that time. So I think that statement is, I don't think it's a correct statement. Okay, check the books. They may say, because this is a too complex subject, they may say it's all laya, pralaya gone, everything is gone. They will stop with that. They won't say, oh, after pralaya again the sprout will come one day. And they may not say that. In other contexts, they will say creation is cyclic. Cyclic. This is the idea. This is how the cyclicism comes. Day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. Never ends. It cannot end. Why? Because matter cannot be destroyed, period. Hey, physics is enough. You can use physics to say matter cannot be destroyed, therefore world cannot end. World can become unmanifest, but it cannot end. Activity cannot end. Or activity
Then why
ends,
do they say pralaya?
Yeah, pralaya is the resolution of the entire jagat, entire universe. We use the word pralaya for that. So every Brahma night is a pralaya. Every Brahma night is a pralaya. And that pralaya will last how long? 1,000 Chaturyugas. Correct? According to our Shastra, it lasts 1,000 Chaturyugas. Then again there will be Srishti and then 1,000 Chaturyugas. This is cyclic. This literally it is cyclic. There is no end to the cycle. If you say end, then it is not cyclic. If you say it ends, then it is not cyclic. So we can't say both things in the same breath. So that's the way to understand this. Literally, matter cannot be destroyed. It can change forms. It can become energy. Energy can become one energy to another energy and all that. And all it can become dormant, everything. And dormant means activity is not there. That's all. Then activity has to come after that. Because dormant activity, the potential activity is there. Our own sleep. Just because we sleep doesn't mean this person will not wake up and will not be active. No, activity is there. Dormant. It's just dormant. The right time, activity will start. Yeah.
Mahodaya.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, in the Laya stage, the activity is dormant, and you said time and space are not existing. Am I right so far? That's what you said. Okay. Now, but in the Laya state, the Atma exits, the Sat exists, And the Sat exists in all the time periods. So it is existing during sleep also. So are you saying that it is existing in a dormant form?
Yeah. So the question is Sat existing in a dormant form? Is that the question?
Yes.
Yeah. So Sat is existence.
Yes.
There is no such thing as dormant Sat and manifest or active Sat. Satyam is existence. That which makes you say I exist is Satyam. Okay. So Satyam exists. I exist. In sleep also I exist. And okay, somebody is, can you mute yourself, please? Okay. So in sleep also I exist. When I'm awake also I exist. When I'm dreaming also I exist.
Right.
That I exist, that Sat, that Chit always exists. Dormancy means what? Whatever I perceive, object ceases to exist. An object means manifest. That manifest object becomes unmanifest. And that unmanifest is sustained by I, Sat, Chit. How does the unmanifest exist if you ask? Well, it's adhishtanam, its substrate is Satyam. Satyam exists. That unmanifest has to depend on Satyam. Unmanifest depends on Satyam. Look at that. So Satyam exists. So body, same thing in deep sleep also. The entire body is alive very much. Body is alive. So body depends on Sat. And thoughts cease to exist. And all ideas gone. All notions gone. All problems, if problems are Satyam, problems cannot disappear.
It's going to be unmanifested.
Correct. Problems are Satyam, problems cannot disappear. It has to be there. But during those few hours, there is no sadness. That means sadness also is a visitor only. It's not Satyam, it has to be Mithya. It has to be Mithya. But then it comes back. That means what? Well, whatever is there, it is all stored and then it just comes back. Like it is all in a hard disk. It comes back.
Yeah, but
And so it is Mithya.
Yeah. So when you say time and space don't exist in sleep, is that the correct statement?
Yeah. So is it how correct is the statement? Time and space does not exist in this deep sleep.
It is incorrect statement.
It is an incorrect statement. Okay, so that's what the Prasad is saying. So you can say time and space is unmanifest. Unmanifest. Because the idea of time emerges when you wake up.
Correct.
The idea of time emerges when you wake up.
Correct.
And I'm not disoriented when I wake up. I'm very clear about where am I, etc. And even the guy who doesn't know anything is a totally disoriented and forgotten everything. That person also, where am I? Who am I? Who are you? Is asking, is trying to find some coordination is trying to find. But for others, time comes, the idea of time comes, idea of everything comes. So yeah. So you might say time is unmanifest. Time does not exist as you know it. Space does not exist as you know it. The potential for time to appear exists like a seed, in a seed form. Otherwise, time cannot appear. The idea of time cannot appear. If time completely disappeared, time cannot appear. So yeah, you can say, when we say time doesn't exist, we are saying It doesn't exist in the way that you perceive it.
Okay.
The idea has become dormant.
I don't want to take much of your time. This Swamiji defines Satyam, as the truth of time. This is the exact quotation.
Yeah, that is correct. That's a correct
Okay.
statement.
Okay.
Truth is that Satyam is the truth of time.
Okay. So
Satyam is the truth of my body. Satyam is the truth of my body.
Yeah.
Also, Satyam is the truth of my mind. Satyam is the truth of time. Satyam is the truth of space. Satyam is the truth of this Jagat. And truth of time is Satyam when he is saying that time is mithya and time can come and go, but Satyam cannot come and go. Time can come and go because time is there in my waking state, and in deep sleep state, time does not exist. Time is unmanifest, sorry. And so time is gone. Therefore, truth of time only has to be Satyam. Time cannot be Satyam. Truth of time is Satyam. Time is not Satyam. Therefore, you cannot ask the question, when did creation begin? When did creation begin implies time is Satyam. If time is Satyam, time is given. And then you can say, given all this time, tell me when did this time axis begin? How long ago did it begin? You can ask that question. But time itself is a bit shaky and it doesn't have legs to stand on. Where is the question?
Okay.
I'm saying goodbye to time every night. Therefore, time is the greatest imposter.
Okay.
So what Swamiji said is correct. Satyam is the truth of time. That is the way we view it. Yes.
Dhanyavada, Mahodaya.
Yeah, Raghavan, go ahead. Sure.
Namaste, Guruji. So my question is about the pralayam. When pralayam happens, everything which was manifest before is getting unmanifested, and this is happening when during the Brahma's night time. I think like after 1000 Chaturyugas.
So Raghavan, you have to repeat your question because I may be having an internet problem.
Okay, no problem. So pralayam, when we say pralayam,
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, when we say pralayam, which is happening during the Brahma's night time, that is in the second 1000 Chaturyugas. That is during that period when Brahmaji sleeps, the pralayam is happening, right? So that's the time when whichever was in the manifest form is getting unmanifested.
So is everybody able to hear Raghavan, or is it just me?
A little bit up and down.
Up and down. Okay. All right. So yeah, some of you are able to hear him well. So it could be my internet.
Because I'm in the Bluetooth. If you want, I can remove it. Maybe the Bluetooth is
okay.
issue. Shall I remove my Bluetooth?
Yeah, try that and maybe turn off your video and let's. Maybe it could be my internet also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead now.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah. Are you there, Raghavan?
Can you hear me now, Guruji?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So my question was about the pralaya. So when pralaya happens, so whichever was in the manifest form during the daytime, Brahmaji's daytime, is getting unmanifest. And it is completely different from the humans what we call it as Laya, where after we wake up, whatever was there before.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And yeah, think about that, Raghavan. Huh? Anirudh.
Yes, Guru, thank you. One question. We are talking about going to Brahmaloka and everywhere. Who is going? I mean, and who is Krishna addressing it to? I think so far he's been telling Arjuna about Shashvatam, Atma, and everything else. And now now the thing is about you go to Brahmaloka, or you will gain that loka. So I'm a little askance in who is he addressing it to? Is he addressing it to Arjuna really, where he's told him so long about that is not the right way of analyzing things, and now suddenly this is being introduced. So who's he addressing it to?
Okay. So who is he addressing?
In the sense, Arjuna, the warrior prince who has been brought up in the tradition of knowing all of, who is he? It's really throws the link out a little bit for me, especially these 4 or 5 shlokas that we are kind of studying in the past 2 weeks.
Right. So let me speaker. Okay. Am I audible now? Yeah. So suppose Krishna says Tasmad Uttishta Kaunteya. Okay. Where is Anirudh?
I'm here.
Oh, there he is. Okay. What happened? I thought I added him on spotlight. Yeah, there you are. So suppose he says Tasmad Uttishta Kaunteya Yuddhaya Kritanischaya. Tasmad Uttishta. Therefore, get up and fight, he says.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
Get up and fight. Who is he addressing?
He is addressing to
Who is he addressing?
the one in front of.
We can't
yes.
hear you. Anirudh, we can't hear you. Anirudh, you are not audible. Even though you are unmuted, you are not audible.
Jaykumarji, we can hear
You
him.
lost your
We can
voice.
hear him.
Okay.
We can hear him.
I'll
hear
continue.
him.
So, Tasmad is addressing somebody. Okay.
Yes.
Arjuna, who is there in front of Krishna, asking questions, talking. That person is being addressed. Okay. Then who is traveling means
Who's going? Yes.
the one who says I am bound is traveling. Who's saying I'm bound?
Arjuna is
Who is
saying,
saying I'm afraid? You tell me.
yes.
Who is saying I have fear of death? If you tell me who is afraid of death, I will tell you who is traveling.
Okay.
Is a body afraid of death?
Okay.
Is a body afraid
Yes.
of death?
Absolutely.
No, body is not afraid of death.
Mind is afraid of.
The body
mind.
cannot travel. Body
Yes.
need not travel. Body cannot travel also.
Oh,
So somebody is afraid of death. Somebody says I am bound. Somebody says I am this, I am that. Somebody
That is
says
a
I am
mind.
no good. Somebody says I am going to be born again because Shastra says I am going to be born again. Okay, somebody. That somebody. Okay. So technically we can go to Karna Sharira, Shukshma Sharira, etc. That Sharira, which has with it all the karma, past karma with it, will travel. Will travel. And Brahma has no choice. Brahma is only managing all. He has an account book. He's just managing all these things. That's all. And who's going, who's coming, etc. He's managing. When is Pralaya going to come? All that is writing down. That's all. And when the next day breaks, then that Karana Sharira is very much there and dormant state, correct?
Yeah.
Unmanifest.
Yeah.
Vyaktat avyaktam. Avyaktat vyaktam. Vyaktat avyaktam. Avyaktat vyaktam.
Yeah.
So that karma of that jiva will decide what is the lot of the jiva in the next birth. So we can't hear you, Anirudh. So I can't unable you. For some reason we can't hear you. But if you have a follow-up question, ask me again. So Prasad Gurjala.
Yeah, Jay Kumarji, can you hear me? Can you
So
hear me?
Bhavani, Hemalata, Manjula, Bhagya, Rukmini Gopal, Madhavi, Vatyam, Sri Vidya, Gayatri, all of you are
Jay Kumarji,
videos are all turned off. So it's nice,
can you hear me?
you can see
I
me,
I
but
can.
you make sure I don't see you. So you want me to look at a black square and then talk. That doesn't seem fair to me. I don't think it's fair. I think we need to establish some fairness rules, the A, B, C, D. We have to say some things like that. And see, now see, the Bhagya and all, they're not even there in front of the computer, I think. And
Oh,
because
you're
they're
there,
gone,
Jaykumarji.
just turn
Yeah,
on the
I
video
can
and
hear
then go away
everybody.
and do something else.
Can anybody hear
Not
I
that
think
me?
we
is,
should
if I
chat.
see, when I
Yeah,
told
we
Swami,
can hear you.
so
Right.
6
Yes,
months
so
ago, I had a
I
satsang.
can hear you also.
We are very much here,
2 years
Jay
ago, when I
Kumar
said
ji.
this online course, he was joking.
I
He
think
said, "Oh,
Jaykumarji is not
online
able to
moksha,"
hear
Yeah.
he
us.
was saying.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
Guruji,
they have their own doubts. Our
He's,
teachers will not accept all these classes. He has blessed me all right, but they have their doubts. They really have their doubts because this online thing, where is the
Somebody on the
online, where is
camera maybe have
ashram and all
to
that? We have come so far away.
make some
That is why
gestures or
I'm telling you
something.
people, minimum keep your video on so I can at least see you. And there is some, you also can be
I think he
serious.
can't hear us at all.
What happens if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
turn off your
I
video,
can hear
the
it.
seriousness level will drop.
I think
Call
he can't
him.
Yes or
hear
no?
us and
How
We
many of
see
you
have
us.
to
agree
call
with
him.
that statement?
Yeah, somebody can call him.
We
Yeah,
have to call him.
the people are going to call and you're going to look. And, if the video is on, you won't keep on looking at somebody and talking, right? At least, hey, Guruji is watching me, so some idea will be there. And otherwise, video is off. So you get up. And anyway, some discussion is going on between Anirudh and Prasad and Jaykumarji, and anyway, we don't understand what they're talking. So you keep going around. Correct? That's how it works. I know.
Guruji,
Yeah, Vijay, what's
no,
up?
we can see you and hear you, but you can't see us and hear us, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, is that right? Okay, 1 second. So speaker. Okay, I'll do this. This now I should be able to hear you, I think. Okay.
so can you hear us, Jay Kumarji?
Yeah, I can hear you. So okay. But you
It
heard
was
everything I
one-way
said so
traffic.
far, right?
It was one-way
Huh?
traffic early. It was
Yeah, we
one-way
heard
traffic.
everything.
We could hear you, but I think you couldn't hear us.
Because I thought I'll keep the laptop speaker, but it didn't work like that. So that's why I keep telling you, keep the video on.
We
Keep the
have our
video on.
videos on too, Jaykumarji.
Videos are on.
Yeah, all our videos
I
are
was
on
not.
too.
No,
I was not on the video. I just
no,
turned
I
off.
don't see Madhavi's video. I don't see Rukmini
Yeah.
Gopal, not on.
I'm-
Bhagya Ramesh, not on. Hemalata
Oh,
Ramesh,
Bhagya
not
Ramesh.
on.
Okay, so I
Gayatri,
thought
not
you
on.
were saying me.
Jay
No,
Kumar,
but there is so much
very
disturbance,
there,
Guruji. That's why I'm
Gopalji is
listening.
in front of the
I am
screen.
still in the class. I'm not away from the class. There are too many people walking around. So I didn't want.
Too many people
Yeah.
walking around. That's it. So this is what happens. So do you pay attention to the too many people or these few people here in this room? Or one person sitting in front of you? We don't know. We have to decide. All these problems are coming. I don't know what to say. But anyway, I enjoyed my talk and whatever it is, whether you followed it or not, I don't know. I'm praying that everything worked out well. Yeah, Prasad, go ahead. I should be able to hear you now.
Okay.
And Prasad turned off his video because he's still recuperating. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So just an insight on the original question, the time-space thing. So just what I understand, I would like to share with class. So the Layasthanam, the causal state, where we're talking about time and space. So basically, in the causal state, the existence continues, but what is missing is the experienceability. So when we come back, or in our awakened state, every experience what we have has two aspects. One is the unchanging experience of that easiness, that existence, and the changing experience of the name and form. So I think when we go to the Layasthanam, what is missing is the experienceability of that existence. So when the name and form is, the changing experience of name and form is not there, what we always talk about, the time-space causality, is basically what is the empirical world. So it will not be seen, but it is like Jaykumarji, as you said, it is in the dormant state. So I think even the time and space, even in our awakened state, the time is only after we accept the time, we say it is eternal, even when we're defining Brahman or the reality. Only when we accept the time, then it is eternal. When we accept only the space, then it is all-pervading. Similarly, when we accept the objects, then we call it as non-dual. So it is only in the empirical state where we talk about time and space, because name and form exists. So that's my insight. When difference between when you are in the deep sleep, Sushupti or Layasthanam, what is missing is the changing, the experience part of it.
Laya of Brahma Laya or Laya of deep sleep?
Laya of our individual state. When we talk about individual state, Layasthanam, or the causal state I'm talking about.
See, experience is not there in deep sleep, if you say. Correct, it's a correct statement. But also we should say experiencer is not there and experienceable objects are also not there. Okay, that is why experience is not there. In waking state also I can develop a state. I can sit and meditate where there is, I can say I had no experience. It's possible. The state of no experience is a very good experience. Okay, it is also possible. So saying no experience is not a technically correct statement, because even in a waking state I can say there is a time when there is no experience. I can learn techniques where I can say I have no experience. I didn't hear anything. My sense organs did not work. Thoughtless was there. So thoughtlessness and no sense organs means what? No experience. In meditation, in the morning meditation, we can get this state. So Laya is not just no experience. It's a little more than that. I just want to make a point, because so many people are listening. We have to be clear that no experience is not. It's not a technically correct way of saying that. Okay. So
yeah, actually you're right. In the when I said that no experience, the changing experience of name and form. Actually, in the Laya state, there is experience, which is blankness, which is actually the seed form which you said. That is the experience of blankness. Experience is there, but when I say experience, only the changing of name and form. That's what I mean by. So in the awakened state, when we say it is not there, is it not like the any change of vritti is the change of what is considered as a change?
yeah, change is physically perceivable change. Physically changing somewhere but not perceivable. Some stars are changing but we can't perceive it. Or of course thoughts also. Every thought implies change. Without change there is no thought. Thought itself means change. Yeah, correct. That also is correct. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasad. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरये अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amtakalasahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Jacob.
Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad, dhanyawad.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take care.
Guruji.
Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
Yeah, Vijay, thanks for calling because I changed the speaker. That's when I.
We can't hear you, Jacob.
We can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me. So, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear
Now,
you.
I was thanking Vijay for calling me because I switched the speaker from my Bluetooth to the laptop so I could let the voice come because my mother also has to wake up. Or maybe she's woken up and she's calling me, I don't know. But so I thought now the sound can come and I won't be disturbing anybody, you know. So 6:15 in the morning, I could be disturbing, but not at 8 o'clock. I thought that's what I wanted to do. But that laptop sound did not come at all and for some reason. So anyway, good. So today's class was okay? Was discussion and all right? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Very
Okay. Take
interesting
care.
as usual. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Good. Thank you. Hari Om.
For Samadhikaranam topic, Guruji.
Samanadikaranam. How many people want to know Samanadikaranam? I don't know. But yeah, it's very very interesting, is it not? Very interesting. Very interesting. Because we have to get these things become important when we are talking about this. Talking about trying to solve a problem that does not exist the way I think it exists. That is the thing. So, all right, we'll meet again. Meet on Wednesday. Take care.